frankly, I think it's very unfair. It is a lot of pressure, and I feel in a way an unfair pressure.
The comeback pressure, this word of like, when female actors get married, have babies.
Well, I think it's really, frankly, I think it's very unfair. Because there is a lot of pressure on that woman, on that person. And tell me honestly, when anyone in an office takes, leave and goes on maternity leave and comes back after 2 months, are they making a comeback in the office? Is it like, oh, Priya is, making a comeback. Let's see how she's going to do.
Exactly.
I think for us as actors and people in the film industry, it is a lot of pressure, and I feel in a way an unfair pressure.
Yeah.
We're like any woman out there who's, going on baby leave and come back.
If I may say, I think it's also because, we are in a visual medium. It's always about the comeback. How is she going to look after her delivery?
But I think it's really unfair at the same time.
It is, it's
because
terrible.
They're not saying, they're making a comeback. A lawyer is making a comeback in the court. Let's see how she's going to perform.
Yeah, exactly.
We have the added pressure, yes, of course, because we're from the entertainment industry.
Hopefully that is going to change with,
I think
so many
things
of us
are changing in the industry.
So many actresses now getting married.
You're
and
the biggest example that, after being a mom and everything, I would say you're even more successful than you were before. So the game is changing. People are so much more open-minded.
Absolutely.
Someone like for me who doesn't even act in movies, but I'm super busy. I do events, I do endorsements.
Yes,
I go for, promoting something that I believe in.
Yeah.
So it's
and
a
that's
really
what our topic is about, doing things and staying relevant.
Things and staying relevant. So in a different way, I'm relevant.
Lolo, when young girls at the age of 20 are making statements like, God, I'm getting old. And,
That's shocking.
Yeah.
That's just
It's just shocking. So do you think there's a lot of pressure on young women in India right now?
I think it's globally because there's so much exposure
and especially
everywhere.
on the way they look.
Because of social media, because of Instagram, everyone's checking their pictures, everyone wants to look good. There's so much awareness out there.
Everybody's worried about getting old. Why? At 20, I think I was really like, I was flying, remember? I was enjoying my 20s.
And I want to tell all these women out there that if I may say so, if you see, especially me in my 20s, I feel I look much better or better groomed today than I looked in my 20s.
Absolutely.
So please don't feel like that.
Absolutely. As women, I think काफी doubt करते हैं खुद को. Women are always, of course, probably, because of the pressures or whatever, but especially after a certain age, women are always, like how am I looking, how am I feeling,
Well, like I said, don't feel like that. We should all learn to age gracefully.
Absolutely.
And that is something that maybe I must say on this show is my mantra. Just age gracefully because people will love you anyways. Yeah, like wine.
Absolutely. I think the older the vintage, the better.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so this constant pressure of, being young, staying young.
It should not be there, frankly.
Yeah. So Lolo, obviously, आपने फिल्मों से काफी break लिया है. But now that, you're doing your events and you do your endorsements, do you see any difference in the way people have treated you then to now? Is there any sort of like a dramatic change or something in the way people look at you?
No, not at all. I think that that love and that warmth has always remained. So I think that's really wonderful. In fact, wherever I go, people ask me, why aren't you doing films anymore? Why aren't you doing films anymore? But honestly, it's, as you know, it's been out of choice.
Yeah.
And people don't treat me differently. I feel people show much more love. And even if I'm at a restaurant, people will come up to me and be like, ma'am, we want to see you back in movies. So it's a wonderful feeling, actually.
Yeah.
But this has been a choice that I have made, not to be actively doing movies anymore, as you know.
Now that you and me both are mothers, or लोगों का perception है that, motherhood के बाद it's even more difficult to stay relevant. Do you think that? Do you feel that?
No, I don't think motherhood should define us as women. Because we're learning every day, we're growing every day.
You're also staying and learning and being relevant through the kids because they're the young generation.
They are the young generation. My kids tell me, what music they're into. And, I keep up with, trends in fashion through my daughter and actually music through my son.
Yeah,
I've become an avid football fan because of my children. they both love football. So I know the football players' names, the teams, and so yeah,
the
we keep
kids are
relevant
also
through
helping
them.
you,
Yes,
keep
be
with the
relevant.
times, be
Yes.
relevant, know what's,
Absolutely.
all the lingo that they're on all the social
Absolutely,
media. I'm quite
yes.
sure of that.